Knox lived there.
Yeah.
And the well down there, Larrigan Well we call it, and Larrigan Hill at me back is...
And Larrigan means a slope on a hillside, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Larrigan was an old quarry there which the council used to use for fixing roads and...
Yeah. Well, there was a road going down here to...
a little more in, it was only a house entrance, but I believe it was a little village of houses down there in ancient times.
Did you ever hear of Lugnagran?
Lugnagran, yes I did, it's on the map. It's
the hollow of the trees?
Hollow, it must be the hollow, there are no trees or trace of trees in it now, but
could have been.
It could have been, yes.
Yeah. Well, are there traces of ruins of the old houses down there in the village?
Well, there's old buildings there, there's old houses there, it was the stables and that, but there's not much traces of other old houses.
Yeah.
But that wouldn't be surprising because there's a lot of briars and things overgrown there, like, you know, that still should be there. Like.
Right. Now, there's the old road going down to Lugnagran. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 houses in it, wasn't there?
Yes, there's the remains of 5 houses at least, and there's still one left.
In 1838 there was 5 in it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this area here is coloured to be a swampy area.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yes. Lugnagran, the hollow of the trees.
Yes. Oh, keep it first.
Behind me here now is the house of Paddy Kinhart, who would be Christy Kinhart's father, and he's an old man. And this is one of the houses in Lugnagran, and that little boat here we're looking at coming in there was the road into Lugnagran, a village that was here in 1838. Now, here lived Henry Knox. Now, I've heard something about Henry Knox. It seems his mother was a Lavin woman that lived across the east side of the present Killala-Ballina Road, just over there. And I've heard my father say that his father used to call in here on his way to Ballina, and he told me in there that he knew John Lavin. He would be an uncle of mine that was in the RIC years and years ago in the 20s and 30s. And he talked about a Jim Lavin too. He was also an uncle of mine. He wasn't in the RIC, but he did go to America, and he worked for years and years, and he died there some years ago. So there was connections here with us Lavins that was back in Kilbride. And well, I'm here today over in Cumeel School, but this was the house here. Henry Knox lived in it.
Good to see you all.
PJ, you were telling me there that Henry's father, you heard, was it Michael Hanahan or some old fellow?
Michael Hanahan told me that Henry Knox's granduncle was Jack Lavin on the hill and the old remains, the old house beyond was a granduncle of Henry Knox. Now Henry Knox had a brother, Bobby Knox, who trained horses for, I suppose, the Knoxes in Rappa originally, and he worked for the doctor, I think it was Dr. Macaulay in town, used to have good race, thoroughbred horses, and he worked for him.
Yeah.
And Henry had a sister who was married in Ard Valley in County Sligo, and he had other sisters and brothers whom I didn't know.
Yeah.
But I knew the sister in County Sligo.
Yeah. Well, Henry's father, you were saying then, was John, wasn't it?
Henry's father was a John Knox.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Henry wasn't married himself and he had no family, so Henry must have a sister married to a man named Mulderick in Knockfree in Clohans.
Yeah.
And his family were reared down here, so when Henry died he left the place to his daughter who was married to Paddy Kinhart.
Yeah.
She was May Mulderick. She died young.
Oh, yeah.
And that'd be Christy's grandmother now.
Yeah.
She was Mulderick, and Henry Knox, having no family of his own, left the place to her.
Right. Now there is a well, PJ, isn't it?
Yes, Larrigan Well we call this. It's a very good well, it's never known to dry.
Now PJ, what was that well called over there?
That's Larrigan Well. That's named after Larrigan Hill here, I suppose.
To service the village?
It's used to service most of the village around about, and people come still to it for water.
Does it?
In dry weather, yeah.
Yeah. It never dries?
It's never known to dry, no.
It wasn't a blessed well or anything, no?
Oh, no.
No cures for
no
powers.
religion attached to it, or no cures or
right.
anything like that.
Right. On the way into Lugnagran, isn't it?
It is, on the little boating going into Lugnagran.
Yeah.
Now, that there was the entrance to Gaughan's house, and there's none of the Gaughan's left now. It's a man named Heverin from Ballina, Ivan Heverin, that owns the place now. He bought it about 3 years ago. And Gaughan's, there was a fairly large family of the Gaughan's in it, which was one brother lived in Ballina, he was married to Dunleavy girl.
Yeah.
Another one lived in Kilfine. And there was one of them, I believe, in the RIC when I made it know. And the sister Anne lived there in the house with them. And she's stayed about 4 or 5 years now.
Yeah. This whole road you were telling me, it went down towards the church.
Yes, there was, I believe, an entrance or a pathway. Or it may not be a road, but it was a boating or a pathway to the Coneil Church and School in ancient times.
In ancient times. Yeah. Boundary fence there, isn't it, on the way down
That's
here?
the boundary fence going on there from between Coneil Moor and Coneil Corwall.
Yeah. No, that old house across the road there, PJ.
Yeah, that house just saying there belongs to Jack Lavin.
Yeah.
And Jack, my father, Pat Welch, bought the place from Jack way back in the 1920s.
Hmm.
And Jack lived on in the house for a while after he bought it, but I don't know that he ended his days there or not. That I'm not sure of.
Hmm.
But I know that he had a wife, and I think Jack died first and the wife later. But the land reached down to the Russell River below and onto the railway line almost on the other end beyond it. It's not a very big place, about I think it's 8 or 9 acres within it altogether.
Did you ever hear of a Mary Lavin living here? Long time before that, no?
I didn't hear of a Mary Lavin living there, only that the Mary Lavin that was Henry Knox's mother must have been, she was a niece of Jack Lavin, I believe. And whether she was early born around here. I think Jack Lavin wasn't a native of around here, that he came to live there from some other place. Like.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.